The 1920s. The economy was in full bloom. This is the first time more Americans lived in the cities than on farms, which started the unfamiliar consumer society. The most well-known symbol of the 1920s were the flappers. Their iconic bobbed hair and short dresses adapted the term unladylike as they drank, smoked, and became more sexually free. Women finally gained the right to vote and started working at better jobs. They increased the availability of birth control, so women were having fewer kids by choice, and with technology developing at high rates, women worried less about household jobs like laundry and the dishes, and focused more on their jobs and their futures. With the help of their jobs, men and women were now saving up for their first cars. With low prices and high necessity, the cars became the most important products consumers could buy. At the low cost of $260, it was a want for people all around. After cars, radios were wanted and needed if you wanted to find out the news. By the end of the 1920s, there were radios in more than 12 million households. With cars giving the freedom to go where they pleased, many young people wanted to dance. This is when dances like the Charleston, the cakewalk, the black bottom, and the flea hop came to be. And because radios became such a big thing, the phonograph became the new way to spread music, especially the new genre of jazz. Some older people objected to the vulgarity and the moral disasters it inspired. But nonetheless, this is where people like Louis Armstrong and Sidney Bechet became famous. What happened was Prohibition. On January 16, 1920, the Federal Volstead Act closed every bar, tavern, and saloon in the United States. Many people started to go to illegal speakeasies, which was an illicit liquor store or nightclub, instead of normal bars. This is where the term bootleggers came. They would strap liquor and beer to their legs and hide it with their pants and boots and distribute it to people who wanted it. Because of all the great things that were happening throughout the cities, the Great Migration of African Americans spread different cultures. Jazz, blues music, and the Harlem Renaissance, which is a name given to the cultural, social, and artistic explosion that took place in the town of Harlem between World War I and the middle of the 30s. Because of this movement, many people joined the Ku Klux Klan. They believed the Klan represented a return to all the values that the fast-paced, city-slickered 20s. Their message struck a chord, and membership ballooned in the 20s. By the middle of the decade, membership in the organization went from about 3 million to as high as 8 million. There's a lot to be thankful for because of the 20s, so let's go celebrate with some good jazz and dancing.